Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Shore Live Cooper's Corner. We are live this evening. It is October the 23rd, 2019. This is October. Halloween is next week. Holy moly. Get your little ghosts and goblins dressed appropriately, weather-wise, and so they can see and hear. And please make sure that you let them know that they are to walk on the sidewalk, and a flashlight would be advisable. We're going to have one of our safety officers come down and speak to us here in Highland Park about the timeline that Halloween, that you can go trick-or-treating, and the safety measures that should be taken for little kids and older kids as well. Remember, don't eat anything until you bring it home. Let your mom or your dad or your aunt or whoever is watchful of you check it out. There are unfortunately some people that do not aspire to the excitement of Halloween and may do something that would not be appropriate. So we don't want to scare anybody, but do not eat anything unless it is wrapped in its original wrapper and it is checked by your mom and dad, and then you can divvy it up, and I'm sure that the dentist will have a field day with everybody. It's wonderful. And especially the gooey candy that pulls out all the fillings. That's really terrific. Anyway, we have as our guest this evening Angela Walker, who is, she wins so many medals. I mean, this is just incredible. She gets so weighted down by the medals that she wins that it's you know, if she hung them on her wall, it probably would pull the wall down. That's the weight of it. But I'm happy for her because she does things I wouldn't dare to try. Really. I don't do surfboarding. Forget that. And I wouldn't, you know, archery's pretty hard, but she does that beautifully. Shot put. Could you believe? Oh, so many things. But, and I also want to thank, at this time, Barbara Zagenweid, yes, who was kind enough to contact her group and brought me this. These are for my two sons, one Army, one Navy, who were both overseas in Iraq and let's see, Alexandria, Egypt, and then Guatemala. David was deployed twice, and so I thank her very much for this. I wanted so many times to bring it on the program, but unfortunately forgot. And so that's my bad. And so here it is now, and we hang it proudly. Army and Navy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, where did we put that? We hung it somewhere. Okay, it's up there. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, so Angela is going to talk about winning all these awards. Oh, my goodness.
Well, actually, I was just thinking about Barbara, and today I got something in the mail from Rotary International.
And
she has received the Paul Harris
award,
and she'll be getting that award at our next meeting. So
that is remarkable. That is the highest award in Rotary.
It is
the Paul Harris.
It is a big thing.
Isn't that wonderful?
And I'm so happy that she's with our Rotary Club.
That's good.
And I will be the one to present her with
How
that
nice.
award.
How nice.
Maybe you'd like to come visit.
I would like to do that on that day in particular. Absolutely.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
That would be good. Thank you for the invite. Well, what awards did you win? Let me know. I mean, I've got big shoulders. I could carry it. What is it?
Now, Bev, thank you for having me on your show.
Always. It's my pleasure, always.
It's always nice to come here. It's very warm and comfortable. I just got back from San Diego, California.
Is there any other place?
Well, yeah.
There is another San Diego?
Well, no.
Okay.
But it was great because it gave me a chance to revisit my boot camp days were there, and so the city is beautiful. It's really, really magnificent there. The weather was great. I went to the summer sports clinic, which is supported by the VA, and we got a chance to learn about water sports. And so some of the things that we did were, these are all adaptable sports. So we did surfing and kayaking, sailing. We did some rock climbing.
Oh.
And then they had yoga, tai chi, some health classes, which were really good. Some strengthening. We did some strengthening exercises as well. You know, you go through different classes. So every day you do something different, and we're there for about a week. And I believe there were about 150, maybe 180 veterans from around the country.
Wow.
Men, women, all with some type of physical disability. I observed one guy who was surfing, and he had one arm. He was missing a whole leg, and then he had a half of a leg. So he was below the knee amputee, and then at the hip amputee. There were lots of people there with prosthetics. And I was really amazed at the care of the volunteers and how well everyone worked together to make sure that every single veteran got the opportunity to participate in the sports. In every sport. So if you couldn't walk, they would carry you. If you couldn't balance, they would make sure you were balanced. I was pretty hesitant about surfing, and but they were able to get me in one of those wetsuits, and they had a wheelchair that rolls on the sand. Because I'm thinking, hey, I'm not going to be able to get my wheelchair on this sand. And so they said, no, we're going to roll you down there to the beach. And they gave us instructions. And so with every sport, you're given an instructor, a personal instructor.
Wow.
And they tell you what to do, what not to do. And they say, don't worry, we got you. So, you know.
You don't worry about sharks in the water? Did you never see Jaws 1, 2, 3, or whatever?
Yeah, I worried about that. I mean, you can't let fear stop you from
Well, when you
achieving
see
your goal.
those big jaws open up, that's pretty big, kid. I mean, I can't do that. No.
Yeah.
If they got a pool, that's good, but I don't go into anything like that.
Yeah, we did have pool. We had pool exercises too, so it was pretty good. That was my first time attending a San Diego clinic. But then, of course, you know, we had the Midwest Valor Games here. So that was at Soldier Field, and I think it was in May. I think it was in May. And so there, the sports were archery, rowing. They had the field events.
Shot put?
Yeah, there was the shot put. There was I'm trying to think what else was available.
How heavy is that ball? That's pretty heavy.
I think it's 8 pounds.
I thought so.
8 pounds.
And you have to hold it back behind you, and then
right.
throw.
You have to take it, and you put it
Behind
It's
your
best to
shoulder.
put it back behind your ear,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
you
throw it.
push forward this way. But I can't really do it because my somehow I messed up this arm. But so I did get 3 medals out of the Midwest Valor Games. That was a lot of fun. But it was right here in Chicago at Soldier Field.
You were home.
So yeah,
That's
a lot of people from Chicago participated. But again, people from all over the United States came. Right, and participated.
They're very, very eager to join these games, which is wonderful.
Yes,
I mean, really, they're not shy or timid. They know what they're after. They won first place. And Angela, you always seem to be in that view of first place. Did you let anybody else get first place? A couple times? A couple times,
Yes,
maybe?
Yes.
Well, that was very kind of you.
A little bit.
So kind. Thank you. Because you are a winner all the way. Yes, you are.
Oh, you know what? And Steve and I, and his beautiful wife, Anne Marie, we did go to Iowa for the tea tournament.
Oh, okay.
And well, I didn't do too good in the tea tournament this year.
Why?
Well, I think the golf clubs are too long, and it's really hard trying to swing. You swing from a sitting position.
But you have to sit forward. Really far.
It's really hard sometimes to get that swing going. So I end up hitting myself with the club, and that didn't work out so good. But there's always next year.
Yeah, when you recuperate from all the bruises that you did this year, for sure.
From your wrist,
my goodness.
My wrist. I usually have to wear wristbands and have that icy hot ready, and I usually have to wear ice when I'm on the golf course. I have to have ice on my shoulders and on my wrist.
Well, you win all these medals. Is there any financial, award that you win? I mean, 100,
Nope.
500, 1,000, what is
No.
it? Just the medals.
You get medals or ribbons.
Or ribbons.
Yeah.
Well, if they were real gold, you could melt that down and make a fortune.
Well, they're pretty. You can at least make
But
a
they're very
design out of
pretty.
them. But you know what? The medal represents more than money because it means that you were the best.
Absolutely,
you were the best.
Number one.
And you beat everybody else out.
You better believe it.
And
that means
a lot.
Of course, especially when you look back and you consider how many people were there to participate in that game, and that you came out number one.
Right. But there are some sports that I'm pretty new with, and so I think the first thing is for me having the courage to just try the sport.
Okay.
So for example, with rowing, I watched other people do it, and I said I don't know how to do that, or I don't want to do it, or I don't know what I'm doing, and so then the next year you look at it again and you say, you know what, I'm gonna try that. Tell me what I need to do, and then you try it. Now there's that one game. What is it? Shuffleboard.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Shuffleboard.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a new game for me.
Okay.
And I was really good at it here in practice.
Okay.
But then when we got to the actual national game, the shuffleboard, like the lane, was so long. It was like 3 times as long as what I'm accustomed to.
Why would they make it?
I don't know, but they said that was regulation. And so, of course, after I mastered it at my level, then I get to nationals and I realize I'm not going to make it.
Well, that's probably what you were practicing on was not the regulation length.
Right.
So that gave you confidence because you were learning the game, you know. You have
Right.
to shuffle it in one area, whatever. So that gave you confidence in your arm, you know,
Right.
the movement in your arm, that's good. But they should have told you that competition and, you know, the regular length would have been so long.
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Was
with
it
that,
double the
but
size?
It was triple the size
Wow.
in
Wow.
length.
Yeah.
So it was a different experience, and you just chalk it up to what it is, experience.
Well, next time, I mean, now that you've got the ability to have practiced on a shorter term, and so you could go long next time. That'll be good.
Yeah. So I had an offer last week.
Uh-oh. I'm so afraid when you say those words.
They said, "Hey, would you like to try curling?"
Oh, my goodness. Oh.
And I said, "I'm not sure."
That's on ice, isn't it? You have to sweep that thing with the...
You know, I don't know how they do it, but I'm not a fan of ice. I'm not a fan of being on anything that's cold.
No, don't like
So,
cold, don't
yeah.
like ice. No. But they must have thought that you were competitive enough to try it.
I'm very competitive.
Yeah, because maybe everybody else kind of chickened out and figured, oh, no, I don't want to do. And they figured, Angela's game, let's try her. Let's,
Well, I'm not sure because right now with this shoulder injury,
well,
I just have to wait and see.
It cuts down your competition if they deny and say, no, I don't think I want to do it. But you get stronger and stronger every day, which is good for your shoulder, for your arm, and try it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you would do that. Are you going to be the sweeper or are you the thrower?
I have to wait until they show me.
Ah.
Yeah, they have to show me. Show me first, and I'll think about it.
Ugh.
But in the meantime,
It's a very, energetic sport, curling. Very energetic.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not that you just do something and sit around. You got to keep moving to get that thing exactly where you want it to go. And that's when they have those little brooms. They shave the ice with those brooms.
Oh, boy.
That's what it does. That's what it does. It's exciting to watch. I like to watch it when the Olympics, when they put the Olympics on.
I don't think that's going to be a sport for me.
But I don't know if I could.
So what I'm thinking is,
You got to be good.
What I'm thinking is, I'm going to move into another realm
Uh-oh.
of sports. So I started looking into becoming an official.
Oh, wow.
For example, with the bocce ball,
Bocce ball.
if I'm not able to compete anymore, then I will become an official.
Oh. You wiped them out of all their medals, so now you're going to be an official. That's terrific, Angela.
Well, I can only go so
terrific.
far.
That's terrific. You can't be any higher than first place.
They'll be
Okay.
gunning for me.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Do you want to always be defending your title?
Sure, why not? They did it in the Wild West. But you got to be watching over your shoulder.
You know,
Somebody coming up.
I've got too many sports.
No, why would that be? I don't
I
think
have
so.
too many.
You have to try yourself out on everything and see what fits you best. And listen.
I agree.
Yeah, and whatever sport it is,
Oh, you know what? There's this one sport that I really like,
which is
and it's badminton.
badminton. Yeah, it's not bad.
I love that sport. I love watching it.
The little birdie, puff, puff, puff.
I love playing it in my chair, and but I don't like wheelchair tennis.
Do they play with a regular tennis ball?
Yes, you have a regular racket, a regular tennis ball, and you got to maneuver your chair
Ooh.
back and forth and catch that ball and swing and hit it. And same thing with badminton, but that racket is heavier.
Of course, it's heavy.
And then you got to move your chair around.
And what if you get hit on the head with that tennis ball? I mean, that's not like that little birdie that goes puff, puff, puff,
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I've been really busy.
Well, tell me about it. You've been in state, out of state more than in state. Goodness sakes, you come back in the fall and the winter when we don't even see you.
This is true.
But San Diego must have been very nice.
Oh my God. It was really
nice.
Beautiful.
You could have brought back a palm tree or something.
It would have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're getting ready for Veterans Day.
Yes.
And I contacted this organization called Operation Gratitude.
Okay.
Operation Gratitude puts together thank you boxes for veterans.
Oh, that's nice.
One of the things that they do is they do handcrafted items into the box. They'll put knickknacks like some candy or snacks and maybe some toiletries and some thank you cards. And I have in my hand a little Operation Gratitude magazine that they put into the box. One of the things that they have been doing that I didn't know anything about, for every recruit that graduates on base, they get a box. Every recruit, every graduation. I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
Well, for Veterans Day,
which happens to be November the 11th. November the 11th, yeah.
Yes. So what I've done, I've ordered boxes to give out to veterans in various organizations, such as the American Legion Auxiliary, and the Rotary Club of Waukegan, Rotary Club of Gurnee, Rotary Club of North Chicago, the Midwest Veterans Closet, and also the VA hospital here in Lake County, which is Lovell. So veterans will just receive a little thank you box filled with little goodies. It's just something to say thank you. But the most amazing thing about Operation Gratitude is that they send out hundreds of thousands of these boxes around the nation, and volunteers they personally handwrite the cards to the veterans. They a lot of them crochet or knit the scarves and the hats, but they don't want veterans to feel like they've been forgotten about. So this is one of the projects that I'm working on today. This week.
Operation Gratitude.
Operation Gratitude.
Who puts this together? What is this from?
So they are out of Chatsworth, California.
Oh, Chatsworth, okay.
They're out of California, and I've never met the people. I've only talked to them over the phone. But for our viewers, if you go to operationgratitude.com or .org, you can find out more about how they operate and what they need. What I've been told, one of the main things that they need is for people to continue writing little letters to veterans. And they collect the letters and they put them in the box.
Now, they can't put food in there because when are these delivered and how long does it take to get them?
So it took about 3 to 4 days for my boxes to be delivered.
Yeah.
And they deliver free of charge. And you just call them or email and put in a request of number of boxes.
But the types of food, they cannot put a sandwich in there.
No.
You're restricted.
No.
You're restricted on what you could put. Candy.
There are candy in some boxes,
Okay.
and there might be some other snacks that you might find in a vending machine.
Crackers, little crackers, cheese crackers, potato chips.
It's a variety,
Okay, potato
but
chips.
you wouldn't get a sandwich. No.
No sandwiches. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm also working on a family reading night at the North Chicago Library. Our Rotary Club, which is the North Chicago Rotary Club, we will be hosting family reading night, and that will be November 21st.
Okay.
So we will sit on the floor and read to children. We will ask parents if they would like to read. There'll be some light refreshments. There's some games that the children can play. And Brushwood in Ryerson's Wood,
Yeah.
Ryerson's Woods,
Brushwood, yeah.
they're going to come out and have, we're going to have a table for art.
For painting.
And I don't know if they're bringing paint or crayons, but the children will be able to,
That's very nice.
alongside with their parents, they'll
That's
be able
nice.
to create something artistic.
That's very nice.
And our plan is we want to give the families some gifts to take back home with them. Some books and some other little tidbits. So we will have a good time.
Oh, good. That's good. No one's getting up to perform or do some little singing maybe or dancing or Angela, I don't know that you could not keep yourself from singing. So is there going to be some competition in that?
I don't think so. There probably won't be any singing, but we are encouraging our students, if they would like to speak, maybe do a speech.
How nice.
Maybe even have this little Toastmasters thing going on.
Very, very nice.
We want to kind of morph into that because young people have a voice.
Of course
And
you
they
do.
need to have a way to get that voice out. We want to encourage public speaking. In addition to that, Miss Barbara,
Uh-huh.
she would like to help them learn how to recite
Oh, that would be nice.
important speeches.
Okay.
And then we said, well, maybe we can have them record themselves, and they will do.
They could hear, yeah.
They could do like what do you call it?
It's like a reading. They do a reading.
Well, you record it and then you can air it on the internet.
Okay.
So that's something down the line. And then we also want to introduce financial literacy program to the youth and families. So we'll have someone, I think it's from Midwest Bank, that might be joining us.
Oh, that will be nice.
It would be.
Yeah. How many are you anticipating? And
I'm anticipating at least 25 families.
wow, 25 families.
We will be prepared.
Oh, yeah, I think you should be. And, you could have one child per family or 4 children per family. There will be a lot of people.
Yes.
There will be a lot of people.
And we will have some volunteers on hand.
That's the 21st, November the 21st?
November 21st, from 5 until 7:30.
Okay, and where did you say this is going to be?
That's going to be at the North Chicago Library.
At the library. Okay, okay. So, are you anticipating any goodies for the children? Some juice and crackers or cookies?
Yes, we are.
Right up my alley. Excellent. Okay.
We will have some light refreshments and probably some dinner.
That'll be even better.
Yeah. I mean, parents, It's a weeknight. Parents are hungry.
Working,
Kids are
yeah.
hungry, and if they want to come out and spend time with us, I think we should give them some warm food.
Yeah, November going to
So
be chilly.
we're talking to different restaurants in the area to see if they would like to help us out a little bit.
That sounds okay. Are you? Is this like a benefit? Could I say?
No,
What you never did this before, so this is going to be like a first.
it is a first time for us, but we're not asking for any funding. We're just asking for families to come out and enjoy.
Families to come.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you connected with any of the local churches up there? That would be a good thing to start.
I was talking with a pastor today.
Why is it I ask you these questions and you've already done? Okay, Angela. Okay. And so
So we're working on something. Yeah.
Okay. That would be good. Get them. Did you connect with Waddell? Maybe Mr. Brooks.
No, I did not. I don't know him.
Oh.
I have not met him yet.
He is a gentleman to know.
Okay.
Yeah, gentleman to know. He's, yeah.
You know who I'd really like to come out?
Who?
I'd like to see the mayor come out of North Chicago.
Really?
Yes.
Well, if you send an invitation, I'm sure.
I think I should.
Yeah, I think you should too. This is a first. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Very good, Angela.
I think he would enjoy that.
Yeah. What's his name? Wellingham? No.
Rockingham.
Rockingham.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, the other thing too is Brushwood.
Yeah.
Is doing some exciting things in their center. They have lots of new projects for families to come and enjoy.
And
one of those. I was just reading an email from them. They have a night where you can come and do whatever you want. I guess you get 15 minutes or so to speak about whatever you want, whatever your passion is.
Yeah.
And they're asking families to come out and just share with everybody else.
It's a family night.
Mm-hmm.
Family night. Is this indoor, outdoor event?
That will be indoors.
Okay.
And I will be singing Christmas carols, I believe, there this year.
Well, something that you did on our program, but you had a frog in your throat, and we got through it the best we could. But that was
Yeah,
good.
but you didn't have to say that, Bev.
Well, you're singing it for everybody else. What about us? So, well, okay, that'll be nice.
That's okay. I can come back.
Of course you will.
Okay.
Absolutely. I am requiring that of you to come back and do that. So that will be good. Brushwood, are they going to promote the family night experience? Because I don't think
they promote through email.
Yeah.
Like they do email blast and because they have a lot of activities.
Yeah, that's what I said. But I don't think a family night. You never mentioned anything about, they have their painting and whatever, but not a family night expressing,
Right.
or expression night or whatever you want.
Well, I guess you're right about that because they do the veterans They do like the veterans photography.
Yeah.
But this one in particular, I think, is more family related.
Family related and interactive, but not dealing with painting or artwork.
Right, it's
particularly.
different.
This is what I say.
And I want to go because it is different.
Of course,
it's fresh.
Course. Yeah, of course.
I want to see what do people have to say because people can be so interesting.
Of course, I'm a people watcher to begin with, and I like to watch a lot of people and what they do and how they act and how they walk and how they. It's wonderful. If you could tell someone is relaxed, or maybe they need a way to express themselves, and some are wonderful orators. And if you get children to talk, that's even better.
Yeah.
If someone could recite a Pledge of Allegiance or the Gettysburg Address, or
Right.
something that we hold close to our heart and dear, that would be outstanding. The youngest one to be able to memorize it and recite it, or the oldest one, or whatever they learn,
I agree.
that would be wonderful. I mean, really wonderful, because that interaction would bring everybody so close together.
And it's like a lost skill.
It is a lost skill because people don't communicate anymore. I'm telling you, what we do, this is a lost art, because everybody's on their cell phone. They don't even talk. They just
Right.
click, 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 all those little number things or whatever
Right.
letters. And you don't even see the person, hear the person. You're just reading what they're typing. It could be, Buffalo Bob or Howdy Doody, or you don't know who it could be doing that. You need a connection, a real connection, a real person to a real person. I mean, what is that? I don't even know. Reach out and touch someone. What was that? That was
It was a song.
Was it? Oh yeah. Well, this was a song. Oh, okay.
But the art of communication is
Because of technology.
disappearing. It's disappearing.
It's technology. You don't want to denigrate technology, but we're then going to become automatons or robots or whatever, not having any human feeling to each other. You just
Right.
think, you're a robot, and that's it. And so if you, don't, communicate, then that's okay, because there's another robot that you can click, 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 click on the phone, and that's how you
Right.
talk.
Right.
I mean, a phone was meant to communicate. And of course, verbally communicating is one form of a communication. But the phone now is in so many varying stages, you don't have to talk. People are going to be able to, they're going to lose their voice box if they don't communicate with their mouth and lungs and, the finger thing that looks like it's in for now. But what comes next? What comes next? That's going to be an interesting thing. What does technology have up its sleeve next for the public?
Well, now I will say that, technology is good. For instance,
Okay.
did you know that some people who don't have a voice to speak, did you know that you could take your voice and donate your voice through recordings, and then they take your voice, you say so many words, you make so many different sounds, and it's recorded, and then someone else that doesn't have a voice, they take your tone and they create a voice for a person that does
Doesn't
not
have
have a
one.
voice.
Oh,
So when they use the machine to talk,
Yeah.
they try to match the voice with like the person's personality or age, or
Isn't that
say
interesting?
for example, like a child doesn't want to speak with an adult's voice.
No.
So a child wants to speak with a
Child's
child's voice,
voice,
or maybe, I don't know, you have a different ethnic sound because you're a different ethnicity.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're looking for people
Oh, that's
to donate their
interesting.
voices, and it's all done through technology.
Here we go again, technology.
Isn't that interesting?
It's very interesting. Really interesting. But the communication, we still come back to
But we don't communicate as much as we probably
should.
and could.
Yeah, We could very much.
We could if we drop the phone, if you turn the TV off, or
Well,
games.
When you
turn
go
the
out,
games off.
when you go out to eat, or everybody's sitting at the table, with that click, 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 and nobody is, what do you want to eat, or how was your day today at school? What did you do? Where are you going? Any other activities? Nobody knows that. They're all, talking with someone other than the family members that are there gathered to eat.
So I think a lot of that really depends on your culture. I mean, what your family does, what you do. One of the most important lessons I learned when I went away overseas, I was in Italy, and family time was family time.
Yeah.
And there weren't cell phones everywhere. It was just people at the table eating, having conversation. And that was every day.
Yeah.
When it was time for dinner, that's what you did. After dinner, you could do whatever you wanted, but they always locked in a time for family. Family is really important. And I do worry about the future of our youth if they don't practice communication at home. Then when will they?
See, that could be very problematic. Maybe in these, in the universities, you've got those enormous halls that the professors talk to maybe 200 or 300 students. They sit in that huge auditorium, and he's the only one speaking, and they're the ones that are listening. And so maybe a means of communication is needed with the phones to do that, but the human touch, that the people live and die for the human touch, to get the energy, the strength, the compassion, the human touch. Nothing, there is no technology that can erase communication and compassion from one human being to another. No matter what ethnicity, what anything, even if you can't speak the language.
Right.
You could speak French and I'd have no idea what you're saying, but the communication, if I pat you on the back, or my hand is warm and hold your hand, or something, that is the word unspoken, and that's a means of communication. I'm a great, great believer in that. Maybe also because I don't know how to do that. The texting, maybe that's a reason. But I think that is if the person's close enough, you can get to them, then that would be good. But
I agree.
The human touch, someone in a hospital, you hold their hand, that means so much. That means so much. You care. You might not say the words, or even if you do say the words, you touch their hand, you touch their heart. You stroke their hair or their face, that means there's someone there. There's someone there.
I agree.
I mean, the biggest person, the most famous person, the most whatever, that little bit of human compassion, that's monumental. Nothing, no one, nothing, no technology can ever replace that. There's no way to replace that. They don't know how to replace compassion with technology. Are you joking me? Give me a break here. They can't do that. Can't do that. So, but technology is good for what it's good for, but the human spirit is still the most important. Really, the most important. So these little gatherings that you're making, that excites me enormously, because I like to see family communicate. I like to see all this technology put on a side for
Right.
an evening, and the families and other people communicate. That's wonderful.
And that's really the goal for this year.
Yeah.
The goal is to work with the community, to show them the different ways that they can come together and volunteer as families. Right in our communities, we have organizations that whole families can come out and do something.
Do you mean generation
help each
family,
other.
like grandparents?
Everybody can come
Aunts,
out.
uncles.
And we have other organizations in the community where families can come out and enjoy the community, where they can do hikes, they can do walks in the forest, like nature walks. There's a ton of activities that are offered in Lake County.
Yeah.
And we don't have enough families participating. So actually my goal for this year is to try to increase the knowledge of what is available to the families in North Chicago, Waukegan, Gurnee area, to try to, hook them up with the various agencies that are available specifically to help families so they can get out and enjoy Lake County.
Well, are you saying any families, or like families in trouble?
Families, any families.
Any family.
Any families.
That'd be good. Yeah, that would be good. So is this going to be, you think, an ongoing thing with the library, that the kids are going to be there?
Well, I'm proposing that we do it at least a few times a year.
Okay.
But the one activity that I would like to do this year, and I'm working on it, is just have a volunteer fair.
Ooh.
A volunteer fair, and on one side of the room, all the volunteer agencies that are here, people can sign up. On the other side of the room, have the different types of organizations like the Forest Preserve.
Okay.
And the Park District. And so you got different organizations with different activities to offer families, and let them partake.
And now,
Find what you like.
Yeah, and now when you mentioned the Forest Preserve and the Park District, the trees are turning
Yes.
nice, and the red maples and orange maple, they're beautiful. And do leaf, even like in scouting, I was scoutmaster and Girl Scouts, brownies, and we used to collect the leaves and name what the leaves were, and make a folder and put the leaves in the folder, on a page, glue them on the page, and it was really very, very nice.
That was nice.
Yeah, very, very nice. And it's knowledgeable. I mean, it's not only that it's beautiful, but you learn nature. You learn the trees, what type of leaf it is, what it does during the spring and summer and then fall, and what comes from that tree. Acorns come from what? What kind of a tree? Comes from an oak tree. What's the leaf of an oak tree? What's the color? It's an educational. And when you start with kids that are little, they learn that. They learn that straight away. And then teachers are amazed. How did that happen? Well, we learned this at family night, and my mommy and my daddy and my sisters all got together, and we decided we were going to do leaves of the season, and this is what the leaves are. And
Now
what
that
they
was
do.
really nice. Now they do something of that nature with Lake County Forest Preserve, because last year they did family nights, and they would set out like a bonfire, and on the outside, but on the inside, they had activities with various leaves. Well, they had different activities for the parents to do with the children.
Yeah.
It was really exciting. Now, when I was a girl, we didn't quite do all that, but we did have to go out, find different leaves. You would bring the leaves inside, and you'd have to sketch over.
Outline it and sketch it.
You'd have to outline it, sketch it,
Yeah.
try to color it in. We did things like that, but
Well, there are things to preserve the leaves. You can take a candle and drop the wax on the leaf and try to preserve it that way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Hey, I'm a Girl Scout leader. I could tell you that. And if you felt that the leaf was very delicate, we used to take a saran wrap and put it, on the page and put it over the page so it wouldn't get rustled by things. There's a lot of things, I'll help you out.
Okay, thanks.
I will.
We'll go over the brushwood.
We'll go to, that would be
We'll
good.
walk through the forest.
Oh, the forest, yeah. I love my trees. I really love the trees. And, I brought in 2 plants that were outside, and they made it through this chilly weather, and I just have no more room to hang any more plants. And I figured these beautiful purple petunias, they were just stunning. Everything else kind of, it's a seasonal plant. You can't get, but I brought it in the house. I said, okay, I'm going to save you. And I brought it in, and it's got purple, beautiful, a velvet purple.
Yeah.
Oh, it's stunning purple.
Yeah.
And this potted plant that has ivy growing from it, and it's got a spider plant on it, with the green that keeps coming down. And it had some other little plant, I don't remember, pretty little pink flowers. I said, I can't leave you out here all winter. You're coming in. So I brought that in. I just have to worry about the dog not ripping it up or whatever, because I have no place to hang it. I had to put it on the floor, but it's kind of out of the way. And as long as it's out of the wind and cold, and it'll be fine. And I could put it out next year. But I've become too fond of them, and I don't. I could never own a florist shop because I could never sell anything. But I've got 2 peach trees going and an avocado tree growing.
Really?
Yeah, really. And that's interesting. That would be a good thing for your kids to do. Yeah.
To grow trees?
No, just to grow the plant. Whatever you've got.
You calling them my kids already?
Of course they're your kids. You started this, lady. Don't look at me. I mean, I'll help you, but it all goes to you. It all goes to you. Angela, you are a wonderful person. You do so many good things for so many people. You give people courage. You give people the will to go on. You help other veterans. You're a disabled veteran. You help other disabled veterans. And your strength is incredible. Incredible strength, inner strength. Physical strength too, but I mean, the inner strength is outstanding. And I wish you more good luck and gold medals, absolutely. And Stephen too, and Johnny too. And you guys are just wonderful. You give such inspiration to those out there that are watching, and we wish you all well. And if you're a veteran and you'd like to participate in any of these sports, as Angela has and is doing, regardless of whatever the sport is, you say you can do it. Absolutely you can do it. Angela can do it. Anybody can do it. She wants to be a winner. You can too. How would they connect? What do? They go online?
Well, they could do a couple things. You could go to your VA hospital and ask to meet with a recreation therapist, and they should be able to direct you on how to get involved in the Veterans Games. You can also contact OperationRebound.org. You can go online, and the director there is Nico. He can help you out. with some grants to attend some of the games. And he can also direct you to where some of the games are. But
because some of these veterans feel that they're just homebound and they can't get out. That's the worst part.
Well, you know, there are people who are paraplegics and they can still play a game of bocce ball. You just have to have the right equipment and the will to play.
And the will to want to do it, sure.
And the will to want to do it.
And to be a winner. And you are a winner automatically.
You're a winner anyway.
you are an automatic winner, but
yeah.
in this way, you've got the competition, and you could show them that you could win. And you know, when you win that first game, and
that
you win
first game.
Oh,
yeah.
The rush, the thrill. Oh my God, that's terrific. That's super. And I'm telling you, all your stuff. If they put it on a wall, Angela, you'd knock your wall down. You're
Oh, you know what? And I found out there's another organization that's really good that's helping veterans, and it's called Wounded Warriors. It's been around for a while, but I actually met some of the people from Wounded Warriors in San Diego. There's also ampserve.com. They will help you to learn how to surf, and they have free surf clinics for veterans in different parts of the United States. You have to go online to apply. Let me think what else might be available. VA.gov website. If you go on the VA.gov website, look for media, and you click on the media tab, or look for sports or adaptive sports. You click on that tab, and you'll see 4 or 5 different games. And by games, I mean clinics like the Winter Sports Clinic, which is skiing in Colorado. The Summer Sports Clinic is San Diego. Mm-hmm. The Tea Tournament is in Iowa, Iowa City. You've got your Southwest Valor Games, your Midwest Valor Games, your Southeast Valor Games, and what am I missing?
North? Anything north?
There is one in another one far out. It's the Far West Valor Games. The Wheelchair Games. That's a good one. It's going to be in Portland, Oregon this year.
We wish you all well. We wish you to participate. We'd like very much to have you, if you are a veteran, to come on the program. And if you followed Angela's instructions, and if you want a game, we want you here. We want to make sure that you tell other people that those games are very important. So thank you for watching our program. Have a very pleasant evening, a wonderful week. Stay warm, stay safe. Make sure that your little ones know about the safety of Halloween. And next week we will have someone to be able to explain that to you. Be careful, be watchful, and remember, we love you. God bless you. You're wonderful, all our veterans. And thank you so much, Barbara, for my flag, for my son. Thank you so much. My Army, my Navy sons, thank you for thinking of me. And I hold this up proudly. God bless you all. Have a pleasant evening, a wonderful week. See you next week on North Shore Live's Cooper's Corner. Thank you for watching.